Kalyam. So I do have around 10 plus years of hands-on experience with the NetSuite system. I am having very good hands-on experience on the product-based NetSuite implementation, end-to-end NetSuite implementation, and integrating NetSuite system with other third-party tools. And I worked as a NetSuite functional consultant. I worked as a NetSuite technical consultant, techno-functional consultant, senior NetSuite administrator. Currently, I'm working as a NetSuite practice lead for a company which is based out of Berlin, German. I am now based out of Hyderabad. Okay, this is what my professional experience. Coming to the training side, I do have around 7 plus years of hands-on experience with the training. I'm a corporate trainer too. Okay, this is what my training experience. And as you know, right, NetSuite is a cloud, the very best tool. It's a very good cloud ERP application in the market. We have very good opportunities on the NetSuite system. So down the line, also we are going to have a very good opportunities on the NetSuite system. Already, most of the clients, USA market, they adopted NetSuite in a big way. The Europe market also, they adopted NetSuite in a big way. Thailand, Malaysia, Singapore, Indonesia, they adopted NetSuite in a big way. So Middle East countries, so they are also, they are also started. They have also started using in NetSuite in a big way. So we got very good opportunities for NetSuite in India or outside of the India. So mostly NetSuite is a global product. It's not that you should be getting opportunities in only India. So you should be getting opportunities across the globe. It's a global product, so you would be getting opportunities from different geographical locations. The main reason why NetSuite is gaining more and more demand, the programming language of the NetSuite is SuiteScript. SuiteScript is based on the JavaScript functions. So you can imagine, using JavaScript you can able to customize the NetSuite application as per the client requirement. So being a functional consultant, we are not going to write any JavaScript, but the programming language is based on the JavaScript functions. Okay, so we can, from the functional way, we can able to customize the NetSuite system as per the client business requirement. So the other ERPs applications are little bit rigid, so they are not, we are not able to customize them as per the client business requirement or client business process, but not the NetSuite. We can able to do that. We can able to customize. So that's the reason most of the companies are adopting NetSuite in a big way. So this is the introduction about the NetSuite system. Okay, and I'm going to share my screen. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Yes, we can.
Okay, so this is the course content, guys. This is the course content. So at the end of the course, you can go for NetSuite implementation or functional consultant. You can go for NetSuite administrator, or you can go for NetSuite end user. You can take any one of the title. And this is the course content. So first we are going to discuss about setup and configuring NetSuite system. So usually when we get access to the client system, that is very fresh account. We need to do some setups. We need to configure the system in order to make the system to ready, to create, in order to make the system ready to create real-time business transactions. So these are all the setups and configurations. After that, we are going to learn about NetSuite One World Overview and how to set up client business structure into the NetSuite system. For example, if you take client as a Tata Group is having group of entities or subsidiaries across the globe, group of companies across the globe. So we need Tata Group is the client. So Tata Group is having around 100 companies across the globe. So we need to set up entire Tata Group of companies into the NetSuite system and their locations and each company locations, each company departments. So this is what about setting up client business structure into the NetSuite system. Okay. Next, we are going to learn the financial side of the NetSuite system. How to set up the currencies, because Tata Group is, if you take the Tata Group is having customers in USA, in Dubai, in Australia, in India. So Tata Group business operations are not only limited to one particular currency. So they are doing business operations across multiple currencies. We have to create all of them into the NetSuite system. and we need to set up exchange rate between the currencies, because in order to translate foreign currency transactions into the main currency, base currency, exchange rates are pretty much important. So we are going to learn how to set up exchange rate between the currencies, and we are going to learn the chart of accounts. Chart of accounts are nothing but client GL accounts, general ledger accounts, how to create, how to import into the NetSuite system, how to set up accounting calendar. So as we discussed, Tata Group is having group of entity, right? Each entity is having its own calendar. So we need to create calendar for each entity. We need to open the periods for each calendar. Finally, we are going to discuss few key financial reports that are generated by the system. Okay. And next, NetSuite Advanced Inventory Management. This is one of the module. So it doesn't matter whether our client is into manufacturing industry, retail industry, or rental industry, sales and distribution, or service industry. We need to, at the end, we need to set up inventory for the client. So there are item types available in NetSuite system by default. So we need to choose the item types based on our client vertical, client industry, and we need to set up the inventory. And these are all the activities into the inventory management module we are going to discuss in detailed way right from the scratch. And this is pricing and price levels. Nothing but we need to configure multiple prices for single item. For example, our client is dealing with MacBook. Usually the purchasing price of MacBook is $100. Let's assume the selling price is $200. But online price is going to be different. Retail price is going to be different. Wholesale price is going to be different. And we can configure special discounted prices. For example, summer sale offers, okay, year end sale, 40% discount, like that. So we can configure multiple prices for single item. That is what we are going to learn. Next, we are going to learn the P2P cycle. This is also one of the module. We can call it as a purchase to pay or procure to pay module. So these are all the activities into the P2P cycle. Next, we are going to learn the order to cash cycle. This is also one of the module. It's an order management process or sales order process. How our client is getting orders from the customer. So how we are going to fulfill the orders to the customer. So how we are creating invoices to the customer. How we are accepting payments from the customer. How we are processing returns from the customer. So these are all the activities in the order management module. Next, we are going to learn CRM. CRM is also one of the inbuilt module of the NetSuite system. So we are going to learn how CRM workflow will be up and running. Okay. So once these modules are done, we are going to learn the design dashboard configuration and suite analytics. So this is all about data analysis and reporting side of the NetSuite system. How to analyze the data, how to club multiple data sets, how to build the reports. We have a save search reporting tool. Using this tool, how to build the reports right from the scratch. Just think, just think in your mind. Think about the data in your mind. We can able to create the report using the save search reporting tool. So we are going to learn in a detailed way right from the scratch how to build the reports in NetSuite system. Okay, this is customization. So we'll have to customize the NetSuite system. By default, there are standard records, standard forms, standard fields are there, but those forms, those fields, those records are not enough in order to capture additional information about our client business. So in order to store additional information about our client business, we'll have to customize the NetSuite system. We'll have to create custom records, custom forms, custom fields. So entire customization we are going to learn here. Okay. Next, we are going to learn the NetSuite roles and permissions. NetSuite is a role-based application. Based on the role, the user would get access to the NetSuite system. For example, what are the different types of the roles that are available in generic? AP clerk is there, AR clerk is there, accountant is there, finance manager is there, product manager, program manager, brand manager, procurement analyst. Say we have a people in the sales department, tax compliance analyst. So these are all the employees of the client. So we have to create those employees into the NetSuite system. So what is the real time role? The same role we need to create into the NetSuite system. We need to assign that role to the employee. Then the employee will become user of the NetSuite system. How to set up permissions to the employees. How to restrict employees using the data, so which is not related to him. So we are going to learn into the NetSuite roles and permissions. Okay. Next, the suite bundler. We have a bundle concept in NetSuite system. So usually we don't do implementation into the real-time account. Real-time account is production account. We don't do any implementation into the production account. We do all the implementation into the sandbox account. Sandbox. Okay, once client is happy with the implementation, we need to move from sandbox to the real-time account, production account. So we use the suite bundler at that time. We bundle all the implementation that we did into the sandbox, and we are going to install that bundle into the production account. So the production account would also be part of all the implementation. And so we are going to learn the bundle concept. So NetSuite banking. So this is banking side of the NetSuite. We have a email template and PDF template concept. So usually, you get invoice. So if you order anything in Amazon or Flipkart or eBay or Best Buy, so you get the invoice. Invoice means order details are printed in a PDF template. Okay, so that template is different from client to client. So we have to use the whatever the template the client would like to use, the same template we need to design into the NetSuite system. Okay, so here we are going to learn how to design the template, how to build the template. Okay, we can build, or we can develop the template by writing basic HTML and CSS programming language. So you don't have to write from the scratch. Even you don't have to have a prior experience. The system would provide us the source code. Just modifying the source code, you can able to create the templates. You can able to build the templates on your own. So how to do it, we are going to discuss in detail. So to set up preferences. Okay, this is nothing but in order to use the NetSuite functionality, we have to enable the preference first. Okay, so what are the different types of the preferences to be enabled in order to use NetSuite functionality? We are going to discuss here. Next, NetSuite tag setup. We need to configure or set up tags into the NetSuite system. Based on how you configure, system is going to calculate tags and the purchasing and sales transaction. Okay, so how to configure, we are going to learn. So finally, suite workflow builder. This is pretty much important topic. We can call it as a workflows. Okay, so usually in order to automate the business process, you will have to write the coding. But here you don't have to write a single piece of code, but still you can able to automate the business process by creating workflows from the functional way. So we can have a approval process for the transactions. We can validate the data. By default, we can set the values and the records or transactions. Okay, so we can configure auto-generated automated email notification from NetSuite system to external persons, be it customer or vendors or partners. So we can do all this stuff by creating workflows from the functional way. We are going to learn in a detailed way. So this is the entire course content, guys. Okay, the entire course content will take up to 25 to 30 sessions. Each session will go about 1 hour to 1 hour 15 minutes based on the topic that we discuss. This is going to be online session. Session would be recorded. Right after the class, you will be received recorded sessions. You can go through the recorded session. You can practice on your own. If you have any doubts or questions, WhatsApp window is created by the institute. You can communicate in the WhatsApp window. So I would respond to that, to your queries whenever time permits. Otherwise, I am going to discuss all of your doubts in the following session. Then we will pick up the next topic. Okay, and these are all individual topics. We are going to learn the individual topics first, and we are going to connect all these dots together, and we are going to implement a couple of real-time projects. I'm going to walk you through the real-time project implementations at the end of the course. So when we discuss this topic, I'm going to bring up real-time use cases, real-time client expectations, client customizations, real-time scenarios I am going to bring up, so that it will make more sense for you. And I am going to share you real-time BRD documents and real-time client recorded sessions. Usually, for example, Tata Group is the client. Let's say that Tata Group is the client. And in order to implement NetSuite, so Tata Group has to approach the implementation partner. So let's say that implementation partner is TCS here. Now you are working as a NetSuite consultant at the TCS side. Sorry. NetSuite consultant at the TCS side. When Tata Group would approach TCS for NetSuite implementation, So being a NetSuite consultant, so it might be NetSuite project manager or program manager, senior NetSuite consultant. So they would set up a call with the client. Okay, they would set up series of calls with the client. So the people from the client side, they would explain about their business process right from the scratch in a detailed way. So usually those sessions would be recorded. So I am going to share you real time recorded sessions. So when you, at the end of the session, at the end of the course, when you go through the real time recorded session, so you will have a idea. So how client is explaining their business process. So being a NetSuite consultant, how I am able to understand the client business requirements, how I am able to accommodate those requirements into the NetSuite system. So it would make more sense at that point of time, and you feel like you got some experience on the NetSuite system. Okay, so this is what we can offer you. If you have any doubts or questions, you can post me.
Hey, how we have to practice
The system.
do we-
So, okay, I will explain about this. So this is the topic. For example, we are discussing setup company information. So verbally, we are going to discuss about this topic for first 10 minutes or 5 minutes. Then I will take the NetSuite system and I will walk you through how exactly this has to be done into the NetSuite system. Okay, you are going to work on the same system to practice. For practice purpose, you are also going to work on the same system. So that part institute, the people from the institute side, they are going to explain you about the system access. But yeah, you would get access to the NetSuite system to practice.
will that
Given
be given
anything,
during that 1 month course?
Sorry, what did you say?
Uh, I mean, during this, it would take around 25 to 30 classes, right? So access to the system will be given only during this 1 month course, or how? Basically, how does, it's a cloud-based application, we know, but how can we practice it on our own systems?
That's what I'm saying. It's a cloud-based application. Okay, you are not going to install any software and hardware components into your system. You can get access to the NetSuite system by just putting the credentials. You put the username and password, you click the login button, you would get access to the NetSuite system just like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Okay, so
Okay.
regarding this, yeah, providing system access, the institute person would explain you whether that would be part of the course fee or excluding the course fee. The institute person would explain you. So after 1 month, still if you want to get access to the NetSuite system, you have to renew the subscription. Simple. It's a renewal.
Okay,
It's
that
a
is what.
subscription model.
Fine, fine. That is my question actually.
Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, tell me, Ravali.
Yeah,
You are
so we have
very.
so many ERPs, right? Yeah, I raised my hand because I had a question. So there are so many ERPs like Oracle ERPs, SAP SuccessFactors, and NetSuite. And how will NetSuite help us, and how will NetSuite stand out in all of these ERPs? Is my question.
Yep. Yeah. To answer that question, I'm not sure exactly because see, it's a usually most of the clients would go with the best ERP. And that in that, so there are a lot of best ERP softwares out there in the market, but which one suits their client business process? So based on that, client would take the decision. Okay, but when it comes to the NetSuite system, the cost of the NetSuite system is much cheaper than the other ERP, applications. And NetSuite ERP licensing is based on the subscription model. Means you can take the NetSuite ERP for 12 months or 24 months, 36 months, 48 months, or 5 years. After that, you can renew your subscription. So, for example, client in order to use SAP ERP software, so it's a huge setup. But when it comes to the NetSuite system, you don't have to install anything in your office premises. Okay, so directly this is cloud ERP. Directly you can purchase the credentials from Oracle and you can get access to the NetSuite system. So you can take NetSuite subscription for 1 year. Every year you can renew your subscription. So down the line, 4 years or 5 years, if client feel like if any the better ERP will be in the market, you can go with that. So you don't have to change the any existing setup because there is no existing setup is required. So that is the main reason most of the clients are adopting NetSuite in a big way. That's the one reason. The second reason would be, so NetSuite ERP system can be customized, without having much complex because of this, programming language, Suite script. It is based on the JavaScript functions, and you can integrate your NetSuite system with other third-party tools without having much complex, just by developing APIs. Okay, Postman by creating the Postman collections, your system can be integrated with real-time banking suite apps. Okay, your system can be integrated with payment processing profiles. So a lot of other systems. So this is what I can tell you.
Understood.
Your question.
Great. And like someone like me who has no experience on any of the ERPs, will we be able to, practice and understand this NetSuite ERP?
Yes, you can easily. You can able to understand the NetSuite ERP. You don't have to have any prior experience. I can see most of the people are coming from non-IT background. They are able to learn the system. They are able to crack the interviews and they are doing the jobs. Why can't you? Definitely, you can able to understand it. You don't have to have any prior experience on any other ERP system. Still, you can able to learn the NetSuite.
Great. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Rahul.
So yeah.
Yeah,
So
Praveen.
can we get an interview questions after the sessions completed?
Yep. Yep, Praveen. I would guide you on that. I would guide you on the
Mm-hmm,
interview part. I would guide you on the uh, first. I would guide you on the resume preparation, how to build the resume,
mm-hmm,
and
mm-hmm.
I would guide you on the real-time scenarios. So when you get an interview, what are the possible questions that you are going to expect? So I'm gonna give you the real-time scenarios, how to talk about your resume first. Okay, and real-time, the
Okay.
interview questions as well.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So anything, for example, here I'm going to show you how to log into the NetSuite system. Here you can see system.netsuite.com. Okay. If I click on here, this is a login page of the NetSuite system, system.netsuite.com. Okay. So once you purchase NetSuite account from the Oracle, you will be given credentials. So you need to put your credentials here. Okay. So credential, the username is always email ID. So I'm gonna give me one moment. I'm gonna let you know. Okay. So this is the email ID and password. I'm gonna put it. Okay. Just I'm putting email ID and password credentials. So first, the client, right here you can see Tata Group is the end client. So Tata Group has to purchase the NetSuite account from the Oracle INC. So once it is purchased, they would create credentials to the Tata Group. Okay. So Tata Group would be receiving credentials, right? So they put the credentials here and they would get access to the NetSuite system. So the same way, if you get access to the NetSuite system, you need to have a credentials. Okay, you need to have a credentials. So our institute, so they have a ties with the implementation partner, small implementation partner. So we are purchasing credentials from them. So we are going to share you the credentials. Okay, then you are going to put your credentials here and you are going to click this login button. One second. I think I got invalid. One second. Give me one moment. I will show you. I'm getting wrong credentials. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Here you can see I'm putting my credentials. I'm going to click this login button. Then I would get access to the NetSuite system. The same way you will be given credentials. Okay. And you would get access to the NetSuite system. Clear? So whatever the account that I am going to use for teaching purpose, the same account you are going to work with. Okay. And when you get a job, you are going to have the same account. The entire UI is going to be the same. All the features are going to be the same, but the difference is the data. Okay. At the client place, you have a real-time data. Here we have a test data, but everything is same. You don't feel like you are new to the NetSuite system. Clear, guys?
Sravan, is it the demo instance
Sorry.
which you're using currently? Is it the demo instance?
Yeah. This is a demo account. Yeah, demo instance.
Okay.
Okay. Actually, this is not the demo. I'm putting the wrong credentials. I used my client system, my client's demo account. I just showed you.
Okay.
Okay.
Shell.
Yep. Clear, guys? Do you have any other doubts?
No, Sravan, as of now.
Will we get any certification once this is done?
Yes. Once we are done with the course, you can able to crack the Suite Foundation certification and NetSuite Administrator certification. I would also guide you on the certification part. Uh, for example, the first level certification is Suite Foundation certification. Suite Foundation is completely based on the basic understanding on the NetSuite system. Okay, you can able to crack the Suite Foundation very easily, and the other certification is NetSuite Administrator. So our course content is good enough to crack the NetSuite Administrator as well. But at the end of the course, I can take few classes on the certification side. I can share you the real time dumps. Okay, when you attend the the certification exam, whatever the questions that you get, usually we compiled all of them. I'm going to share you the 600 to 1000 real time dumps. You are going to get 60 out of them, I'm sure. I would help you on that.
Okay. This exam is completely separate, right?
Yeah, it's a separate. Usually individual, being as an individual, you don't have to write for this exam because it is too much expensive. Okay, it's 19,000 or 20,000 cost for us. But when you get in a job, you would be given coupons from your client or company. So then at the time you can crack those certifications. It would be good, in my opinion.
Okay, then for applying the job, will this certificate is not needed?
Most of the time, 80% of the time, it is not needed. But few clients would ask you that candidate must have a Suite Foundation certification or NetSuite Administrator certification. 20% of the clients would ask you.
Okay,
Yeah.
fine. We can write that exam at any point of time, right? Or
Yep.
will it be done specific for?
Any point of time means when you get very good hands-on knowledge or experience with the NetSuite system, it would be good if you can go for certification.
Okay, fine.
Yeah. So I would share you the real-time
Can I know
things.
the name of your
Your
institute, please?
knowledge or experience with the NetSuite system. When you feel confident, then you can go ahead for the certification. Yep. Anyone?
Can you help me with the name of your institute, please?
Name of
The institute which you were referring to.
the best way technologies.
Okay, thank you.
Best way technologies. This is specialized in ERP, so they are based out of Bangalore. Okay. Any other questions, guys?
So Shravan, how would the like people like me where I'll have to start everything from the basic, right? How the training process or how the guidance would be going along, and how would the interview process take up until the
Yep,
job
yep, yep, Harry. That's what. So we are going to start from the very beginning of the NetSuite system. Start from the scratch. First, we start from where how client would purchase the NetSuite account. Okay, how you would get access NetSuite account from the client. So after getting access NetSuite access from the client, what do you need to do? What is the first step that you need to do? What is the second step? What is the third step? How you need to set up the account first? Then you are coming to the implementation side. Then you are coming to the administration side, customizing the NetSuite system. Then the reporting side of the NetSuite system. Okay, we are going to